Okay, this one is a little crazy. Awaken the Woods is a sorcery for X and 2 green. It says create X/1/1 green forest dryad land creature tokens. They are affected by summoning sickness. So late game is when you'll want to be using this to throw out an absurd amount of creature tokens and slow ramp at the same time. There are plenty of token generating spells in green, so there are already plenty of ways to abuse this sudden burst of creature tokens. Eldrazi Spawn and Scions can tap and sack for mana, so that's not exactly new either. What we haven't seen very often though is a sudden burst of lands hitting the battlefield. Boundless Realms is the closest. It's a sorcery for 6 and a green that lets you search for X basic lands where X is the number of lands you control. Harvest Season is pretty good. It's a sorcery for 2 and a green that lets you search for X basic lands where X is the number of tapped creatures you control, so again, tokens can make this go pretty crazy. Reshape the Earth will get you 10 lands for 9 mana. Scapeshift for 4 mana will let you sacrifice any number of lands and then search and put that many land cards onto the battlefield tapped. And then Splendid Reclamation for 4 will let you put all lands in your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. So now, in my opinion, Awaken the Wilds is the newest staple in any deck that cares about landfall, because if you're just going to be using them as creature tokens, your opponents are going to have plenty of time to get rid of them, preventing you from using all of that extra mana, and there are plenty of other ways to get a bunch of tokens on the field anyway. For these examples, let's pretend that X equals 7. In any land-focused deck with green, that shouldn't be too hard, right? Kosi's Ravager will deal 1 damage to a target player, while Spitfire Lagak and Tunneling Geopede will let you deal 1 damage to each opponent for each landfall trigger. Obnixilis the Fallen will let you have a target player lose 3 life, and then put 3 1/1 counters on him for each landfall trigger, adding up to 21 life lost for 1 player, and making Obnixilis a 24/24 ready to swing at someone else. Geode Rager will goad each creature target player controls, so you really only need X to be 2 in this case if you played a land, but it'll open up your opponents to a very big swing if they don't clear the board by the time it gets back to your turn. If you want to gain life, Druid Class, Courser of Crewfix, Grazing Gladeheart, Jati Offshoot, Kazandu Nectar Pot, Primeval Bounty will all do quite a bit of that for you. But Retreat to Kazandu will let you give target creatures 1/1 counters or gain 2 life, and Retreat to Hagra will have each opponent lose a life and you gain a life for each landfall trigger. But if you do want even more tokens from those landfall triggers, Ameria Angel will get you 1/1 birds, Felidar Retreat will get you 2/2 cat beasts, or make all creatures you control get a 1/1 counter, Rampaging Balos will get you 4/4 beasts, Retreat to Emeria will get you 1/1 core allies, or give all creatures +1/+1 until end of turn, Spore Mound will get you 1/1 saprolings, Maja or Maha, Bredagard Protector will get you 1/1 white human warriors and give creatures +1/+1. Greensleeves Marrow Sorcerer will get bigger because the tokens are lands also, and it'll make 3/3 badgers. And Omnath Locus of Rage will get you 5/5 elementals. But I think Scoot Swarm is the winner here. I think you'll get 7 copies of Scoot Swarm, and then if you play a land afterwards, you'll get 8 more. 1 for the original, and 7 copies will trigger, for a grand total of 22 creature tokens entering all at once, 7 Dryads, and 15 Scoot Swarms. That's absurd. If you need the mana, Tireless Provisioner will get you treasure tokens, effectively doubling the amount of mana you have available and allowing you to use the mana immediately. And Lotus Cobra will make 1 mana of any color for each landfall trigger. However, if you want to get weird and you want to get spicy, Hedron Crab will mill 1 opponent for 3 cards, and Ruin Crab will mill each of your opponents for 3 cards on each trigger, which is 21 cards in our case. Royal Elemental will let you gain control of target creature, 7 in this case, for as long as you control the Royal Elemental. Maybe you just want to smash face with mana dorks with Ragadraga Gorgut's Boss, leading the charge, turning all of those 1/1 Dryads into 3/3 creatures with pseudo vigilance. If you're in red, you're going to want to be giving things haste anyway, so there are plenty of ways to abuse Awaken the Woods. I really think it's going to be a pricey staple in many token and landfall decks. So yeah, let me know what you think of Awaken the Woods in the comments below. Spoilers are slowing down now, and I can start working on the budget deck techs. So if there's a budget deck tech from the Brothers War that you want to see, put that in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.